guys, Lord Boot got a Pancakes here, and welcome to another episode of Zero Build 101. And today we're going to be talking about basically the first, up until the first circle of the game, basically from when you leave the battle bus up until you land to the landing, right, specifically. So, and basically some of the stuff you need to be aware of and what to look for when you're coming into land. I feel like this is a video that's important to know because this game, especially early game, like being landing first is more important, is really important because you can potentially have time to get some weapons and or shields and stuff so you're ready for anyone else that's landing in the area with you. And it's also a good thing to know, kind of help you plan what to do when you coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two lands first. I'm going to show you the wrong way and the correct way of doing it, and then I'll go into how it works. The works. Yeah. Anyway, I'll jump into a game now, and we will go from there. So as you can see that those two landings were completely different. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to, I'm not going to close out the game. I might just, so I'm playing this on my, I'm remoted into my PlayStation. So I'm actually going to quickly open up my editing software and grab the footage. I haven't got anything here though. Okay, so I'm planning to land at Tilted. So yeah, this is where I'm planning to land, and yeah, so yeah, this is actually something that I personally do. Is just like whenever I go to land, I always point out where I'm going before I do it. It's just so I know where what I'm aiming for. You don't have to do this. Usually if you're playing with people or in a squad, you usually do this. Most players usually do it when they're actually on the bus, but I like to do it beforehand. Now the video call is such a shot, actually. Yeah, it's what I get for playing in 30 frames. 60 frames, and then sliding down to 60. This looks choppy. It doesn't look that choppy usually. Anyway, so all right. Okay. So as you can see, I'm going in directly above it, and as you can see, as I'm coming in, there's other players landing. It's tilted towers, so it's always a hotspot. So there's usually at least 20 people landing with you. And as you can see, as I'm coming in, this other dude's come out of nowhere and just landed before me, and actually managed to get the kill off. And I get eliminated right off the bat. Now that happens all the time. Getting killed or spawn, it happens from time to time. Usually, what I would do in that situation is I would actually change my landing. I would actually go to a different spot. That's what I would normally do. Like, especially if I saw him coming in, I actually had enough time to actually go for it, to change, especially since I was landing on top of the building. Now I'm going to skip ahead to, is this the last one? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead now to the correct way of doing it. Okay. Okay, as you can see, I've done that. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, I'm landing a lot earlier. I'm landing at Dusty instead of I'm jumping out at Dusty instead of right above Tilted Towers. Now, the reason I'm doing this is so I can get the best angle, because you are using a glider, so you kind of glide in. So I know that if I land this way, I will get to my spot where I want to land a little bit quicker doing that. And as you can see up here, see this bit here is actually your how high you are, and once it hits that line, that's when your glider will automatically deploy. So I want to make sure I'm as low as possible. This is as low as possible to where I'm landing, and I'm as close as I can possibly get to it. So what I'm doing is I'm going down on an angle. So as I'm coming in, I'm adjusting my angle, and then as I'm coming into land, because I'm coming into land in that same exact spot as last time, except I think I'm trying to land on this building here. That's what I'm aiming for. In fact, I think I actually adjust it. Yeah, I adjust it so I re-aim it. So as I'm about to hit, I pull up. So I'm kind of, I guess, level is probably the right word. And that's pretty much when I open my glider. I usually do it right before the glider opens, and then if I kind of overshot it, just in case I undershot it, just to kind of do it. And if I have undershot it, I will just I'll drop again and let it hit the auto. Also, the other thing, the second I get close to the building, I'm curving. I'm going in on an angle. So instead of just going straight, I'm going that. So I'm trying to go in like in an angle, so I can land right then there. And also, I'm making notes of my visual aids. This is really one of my most effective things that I use. The visualized sounds, just so I know how many players are around me. So I know that this is going to be a messy game. I know this is going to be very messy. So I usually, at this point, I tend to not try to get into any fights, especially if I don't find any shields, which I don't know if I do. Yeah, so as you can see, I actually ended up landing in the same spot pretty much. So obviously I straight away go down. I head downwards. And now I'm trying to get loot. And this is Now, this is an area I don't normally land at. I don't land it tilted. I rarely, if ever, land it tilted. Just because it's too much of a corner cave here, especially like at the start of the game. So I prefer to land at I like to land at the edge of the map and then work my way in, just so I don't get eliminated. It's just a personal preference. Obviously you can land wherever you want, but yeah. So I don't know where loot is, but I know that this particular building has a lot of loot. So, which I really highly recommend that you guys learn your landings. So this is a landing I don't know that well. I know the area, but that's not the landing. So yeah, I'm just trying to find loot, and basically my plan is to find shields and then go in and then go on to do that. I accidentally fucked up there. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to landing. Once you got your gear, you can go in, and if I skip out here, like down here, I'm still trying to find loot, but it's become obvious. Oh, video quality kind of went bad there. That was actually my internet connection on my remoted in PlayStation, because I was remoted in when I record this. So yeah, then you just move on, and then you go on, and this is at that point I decided to bug out. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm actually going to go back a little bit to the landing. So actually I might jump back into it. I'll jump into a game and I'll kind of explain kind of roughly kind of things, because I didn't really explain it. I just kind of showed you what you wanted to do. So just give me 1 minute. I just got to get back into the game. So like I said, I'm going to be showing kind of walking through it. I'm going to walk through the whole process now. I'm not going to land tilted because I don't want to. I don't want to again. I'll land at Wailing Woods instead this time around. So once the game starts again up again, we'll get into it, and I'll explain it. I'm gonna set this up. Actually, I'll land at Lonely Ridge. I'll land here because I need to do a side quest. Okay. Okay, so you got to remember, make sure you do it. I generally try to leave the area, leave the bus when it's just when I'm about. If it's a far away land like this one, I wait till I'm about as close as I can possibly get, and then I'll leave, and then I will glide. This is kind of how you do it if you're doing it in a long way. So I'm trying to land at Lonely Lodge here. So what I'm doing, what I need to do now is I'm waiting until I get to about 1,000 meters away from where I'm landing. So as I'm coming in, I'm just keeping an eye on the thing. I'm also keeping an eye to see if there's any players coming in while I'm doing it. So now I would actually start the drop. And because it's kind of a far place, I'm watching the I'm watching this gauge, and as you can see, my plate, the thing's starting to go down, and I'm slowly trying to get the angle, and then as I get closer and closer, I'll level out, and when I get to probably about 300 or 200 meters away, I open up my glider. Then I start the curve. I start to, I guess, rotate is probably the right word, into the land like this. And I'm keeping an eye out to see if any players are landing on my thing, and doesn't seem like anyone's decided to land here, and I've landed. And yeah, and basically what I'm doing now is just doing all the normal stuff. So that's basically it. Of course, my game starts to screw up the second I land. which is good. That's basically all you got to do. It takes practice. It does take a lot of practice to get used to it. You just need to consistently do it. Honestly, it took me a couple hundred hours before I really got it. But the good thing is, knowing how to do this will actually let you do it. And also coming in like that will allow you to be able to plan out your move, your first move, to see what loot's there, and if another player is landing right with you, or they do happen to be ahead of you, because other players do the same technique as well all the time, so it does happen. You can quickly run out and grab the you can quickly switch to a different land, which kind of does bring in the point of like knowing you're landing, so you know where all the loot drops are, like I'm doing right now. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for this video. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Make sure you join my Discord server, the Realm of Pancakes, and make sure you follow my my Twitter or X or whatever they call it these days, and to know when I post these. I'm trying to be a bit more better at that, but I just haven't really been posting. It's kind of hard when you can't schedule it, or I used to schedule them all the time. Punch. Okay, cool. So yeah, I managed to lay it out pretty good. So yeah, with that, yeah, make sure you follow all that stuff, and I'm pretty sure that's everything. And I'll see you guys on the battle bus. Have a good one.